Oh, I cannot tell you how excited I am. Our European adventure with Pontypridd starts today. France, Denmark, Italy, Croatia, Gibraltar. Yeah, you guessed it. We're going to Gibraltar. Hello everyone, welcome to Season 5 of the TYC, and yes, we are still at Pontypridd. I took what people said into account, and I think most people said, stay there. It's European competition, this is a chance for me to gain some more respect, some more reputation, by doing well in European competition. And we will be playing Lincoln Red Imps FC from Gibraltar. They're round about the same reputation as we are, and a team I would actually fancy us maybe to beat. I don't have a clue about any of their players, and I've been trying to look up, really, more than anything, what we actually get for the Euro Cup 2. It's just a competition that's obviously quite new. I don't really know how it works. I don't know anything about it. But round appearance money, 68.9k. That would triple our current finance. And the best thing about this, actually, is that even if we don't progress very well, we are still going to be making more money than I ever thought possible for this team. It's a massive step in relation to the club. Obviously, nowhere near what TNS are getting because they are in the Europa League. However, we have had some financial clout over the summer with all this, and I have spent it. Not in terms of actual any fees, but the wage budget is still at a resounding 2k. Let's see who's joined the team. It's been a bit of an overhaul. I say an overhaul. We've released some players and then sold others, but not for any money. Tom Hillman, Adam Hughes, Geraint Williams and Reese. All of them have now left. Tom Hillman's probably the biggest regret that I have. He was a player that could have done particularly well, especially now I'm potentially playing a formation that could have used a defensive winger. Or I have a formation in mind that has a defensive winger, but he'll never come back to me. He only played 3 appearances last year. He just couldn't get ahead of the right midfielder and the right back. He never played well when he played for me. Bit of a loss, but I'm not too worried about it. The other notable departure, which we all knew was coming, is that Oliver Davies, who was here for a number of years. 76 appearances in total he made for Pontypridd, conceded 80 goals, which tells you all that you need to know. He has gone off to Airbus, so we will probably be playing him this year. But most importantly, I brought in 8 new faces, as well as extending some loans. So let's go meet them all, shall we? First things first, Lennon is back here again. He was very good at centre-half for us last year. He is back again. Very keen to keep him, obviously, on loan from Port Vale. His mentors are still very good. He has grown as a player while playing with us. He's not going to be a star. He's never going to be a wonderful, wonderful footballer, don't get me wrong, but he's still particularly quite good. He's played very well for us last year. What was his average rating? 6.9, which I think at this level for a defender is quite good, especially with the formation, the way that we play, where you leave your defenders quite exposed. He enables me to do that because he's just that good. And the other one, after such a great end to the season last year, there was no way I was not going to try and get Jamie Smith back in. He is easily still our standout player, and the best thing now is that I'm actually playing him a bit further back in a Mazzala role, or as the box-to-box role in our midfield now, because we've actually improved in other areas of the attacking midfield. But glad to have him back. He's incredible at this level. Right, so they are loans and players that you know of. How about players that we don't? We'll start with the bottom. I say that we don't know players. I could not sign Wealth to Silver. A, for the puns alone, and second, just because he is actually a very well-rounded player with a rich potential. That's stretching it. There'll be better puns, I promise, but rich will definitely be one of them. Either way, I'm treating him like... Either way, he is brilliant, and he is definitely going to be taking over on our right-hand side. I said we needed to improve the wings as opposed to last year, where we weren't particularly prolific. Wealth will fix that. You can tell here, very good pace, good flair, good leadership, which is something I did look for a lot this year. Determination 4 is not brilliant, which I find baffling considering he has the 13 leadership. But technically, actually, at this level as well, very good. Technique of 13, passing a 10, first touch 13, dribbling 13. He's going to be brilliant. One player I did get in on a free, and he is probably going to replace Darren Rye, who obviously we lost to TNS at the back end of last year, is Charlie O'Connell. Signed him in. Very well-rounded defender, to be fair. Mentals could probably do with a bit of work, but decisions of 14 automatically stands out to me as very good. Physically, the guy's a bit of a beast, in all fairness. Acceleration of 10, strength of 10 is good. All these are in double figures except balance, which I don't need a defender to have, to be honest, unless he falls over while he's running back chasing a ball. One signing that needed to be made was just getting in another kind of like backup goalkeeper while Barden's in goal. And obviously, because we lost Davies, I have signed Robert Howard. He's on an amateur contract. He's nothing special. He could potentially get alright, but I'm not that bothered about him. We just needed another backup. Next. I'm sorry, that's really harsh on him. He probably thinks, oh, I've got a real big chance here. And I've just gone, nah, just, you're here to make up the numbers, mate. We did get in another right back to help partner up with Callum Davies. Help Callum up with Callum Davies. Callum Davies is the partner to Dylan Reese. Very exciting young talent we have here in Callum Davies. You can tell here potential ability is quite high, but the thing that stands out to me most, determination of 15, leadership of 11. 11 first touch as well. He's going to be a good right back for when Dylan Reese is either injured or suspended, because we all know how he likes a card. Physically, the guy is nuts. Like, pace, yeah, lots and lots of it. I'm very excited to have him in the team, and hopefully he won't get too tired. He's a great attacking outlet down that right-hand side. Buzzing to have him in. But he's probably not the best defender that I signed during the window, and he may not look brilliant, but Morgan Edwards is by far probably my favourite signing, and the reason for that is because he can play literally anywhere in the back four. You can tell here he's a natural as a left back, as a centre back, and as a right back. He is genuinely brilliant. At this level, to have someone that can do that is incredible, and actually he is quite good attributes wise as well. Physicals, excellent. Mentals, excellent. Apart from the 5 leadership, not great. But aggression, 15's decent. Decisions, 11. Work rate, 11. Very good. Technically, could probably do with a bit of work, but where he needs to be good, he is good. Morgan Edwards is going to be, for me, my signing of the season. Third to last one, Matthew Jones. Brought him in from Barla. Can play anywhere along that left-hand side, which is primarily why I brought him in, almost as like a kind of foil and another option for Ewan McCormick. We're going to have a lot more fixtures potentially with the Euro Cup 2 this year, so I've really gone hard on the squad depth this year and just improving the overall quality of the squad. There are players that are still here that are like 1-star that I don't really want here and hopefully will just move on. I've tried to get everyone to about 2.5 stars overall, and just players that are like my own mould and my own squad. And the most important thing is that they all have to be good with work rate, because the formation that I play, the way that we play, we need to have hard-working players, and Matthew Jones definitely fits that bill with a work rate of 12. He's pretty good overall and could get better, and he has experience at this level as well, which is important. We've only got 2 more signings left, and I've gone with Alhagi Toure, and I think that he might be the foil to Ashley Idzi. Idzi has still been in sensational form in pre-season, but if he starts to dip, this guy will certainly step in. Very different kind of player though. Poacher and an advanced forward as opposed to a target man. He's not short, but he's quite light at 69 kilos, so he's going to get knocked off a little bit. But acceleration of 12 is decent, pace of 9 is good. He's good off the mark and will get to stuff. It's the technicals where he really excels. Dribbling 13, finishing 13, first touch 12, heading 13. Very well rounded. And mentally, 16 determination stands out in the squad automatically as one of the best, most determined players that we have, and you can tell by his personality, he is fairly determined. I think he could be a very good signing. 23 years old as well. At Aberystwyth, didn't get the most goals, 41 and 119, but they were a struggling side in this division. I expect good things from him. But the one I am most happy with has to be a regen, or a new gen rather. Nakia Stovell. Brought him in from Leicester City, if you can believe it. Had to get him in. I saw him and went, you know what, at this level, I just have to get him, and I'm not disappointed. The physicals, acceleration, pace for days. He's temperamental in terms of personality. That will hopefully change over time. Agility 15 is good. 11 stamina, determination, flair, leadership. He has all of those. His technicals are very, very solid where they need to be. Dribbling a 12, crossing a 9, first touch of 9, penalty taking 11, technique 11, work rate 9. Very, very pleased with Nakia Stovell. He is the star signing of the window, and we still have more potentially to come in. I've noticed, and we can tell here from the team report on the squad depth, that I am lacking a little bit maybe down this left hand side and in the middle of the park. Everywhere else though, you can tell now 3 stars at least in every single position, apart from maybe attacking midfielder. But Alan Parton it's just His stars have gone down in relation to the nature of the other people that we brought in. That's all it is. He's still quality. And we'll get to test that because we are going to start our European adventure today. We've obviously started ahead of the actual domestic season. I've had a few friendlies. We beat Newport County 3-1, I'd like to point out. So we're in very fine fettle. I'm feeling good about everything right now. But let's bring on Lincoln. We're only going to play the first leg today, and we may bring you the second leg afterwards. It depends on obviously how we get on in this and if it's close, etc, etc. So, our lineup today then will be Barden in goal, McCormick, Lennon, O'Connell and Edwards. Dylan Reese is carrying a bit of a knock, so he's not fit for today, hence why he's not a right back, but at least we have Edwards there. Jeff Lloyd and Jamie Smith partner up in the middle. Jamie Smith playing as the box-to-box midfield role. Jeff Lloyd still developing into that deep line playmaker role, but has been in very good form in the early season. Phil Jones is out on the left, Partin's in the middle. De Silva makes his start on the right as an inside forward, so we're going to be even more attacking on that side. And then we have Idzi, of course, leading the line up front, still in sensational form. He's scored 7 goals and got 2 assists in his last 5 games. So he's still incredible. I'm pleased with my window, personally, and it's still not over yet. But let me know what you think in the comment section about the signings that I brought in, and let me know if you think there is anywhere where I can potentially strengthen and what we need to, what I need to focus on. But I think, we've got a really well-rounded squad. We have a massive squad as well for our level. I'm very excited about how this year's going to go. I have no scout knowledge of any of their players. I can't afford to scout out in Gibraltar, so they are an unknown commodity to me. I don't care who it is at home, we always go to expect to win the match, and that's exactly what I've done. And let's set the boys out. It's the first game of Season 5. It's our first foray into European football. Come on, you Pontypridd. I want to see some good football here, please. Here we go. First highlight of the new season. Come on, you Pontypridd. Jeff Lloyd on the ball. At least it's ours. Idzi. He's teed it to the back post for Phil Jones. Yes, he scored. Phil Jones gets the first goal of the season. A brilliant flish on. Flish on? Flish on? What the hell's a flish? It's a flicky fish. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Basically, we've scored. That's all you need to get from it. Jeff Lloyd whips the ball in. Idzi heads it on. There you go. That flicks it on is what I was trying to say. And Phil Jones there gets in behind his marker. We're 1-0 up. It's a brilliant start. Get in, you Pontypridd. We have dominated Lincoln here. Absolutely dominated. How in the hell are we going to afford to get to Gibraltar? That's what I want to know. Who's paying for the tickets? How are we going to get there? I don't care about the overall physical pitch condition. If we lose those guys after that free kick, I'm going to cry. That was abysmal. Jamie Smith has made a superb run here. Smith tees it in. Partin, he's offside. It would have been 2. He's offside. But you can tell now we are very much, I don't want to say a complete attacking outfit, but I'm very pleased with the attacking players we have at our disposal. The idea that I can get Smith and Partin both in the centre of the pitch dictating play excites me greatly. It excites me greatly. I forgot to say as well, Tom Screamer actually signed a contract with us. So get excited, everyone. You and McCormick's got our first yellow card of the season. No guesses that would happen. To be fair, I'm surprised it wasn't Jeff. 1 at the break. We're absolutely flying. Keep it up, boys. Let's just keep it going. Oh, Smith whips in a corner. Idzi's been fouled at the back post, I can tell, and he's about to step up and take the penalty. This could be enough, probably, to send us through. They don't look in the same class as us, the Lincoln Red Imps. Idzi steps up. Go on, mate. First of the season. Idzi scores. And yes, Touré's looking on the bench going, how the hell am I going to get in against this guy? It's going to be difficult, mate. I expect Idzi to get me another 20 goals this year, maybe a bit more, because obviously you qualify the Euro Cup 2 into that. He should get loads this year. What a start. What a start to the season. Very, very excited. Very pleased with the way that this has gone. 2-0, we're still going on. We're going to take Idzi off, keep him rested up, and then we're going to see Ahagi Touré. Let's see what he's got in the tank. We'll play him as an advanced forward, I think. And I'm also going to bring on Sean Williams-Taylor. He also deserves a little bit of a go in this European tie. So I'm going to bring him on for the very tired Edwards, who had a very decent starting game, actually. Played very well. Very impressed with some of the performances today. Ewan McCormick's nearly on for a man of the match, which is incredible in itself. It's going to be weird how I structure these episodes as well, because obviously this is a qualifying round. And it could be a fair few episodes if we continue to win before we even get into the domestic stuff. It's ridiculous. We absolutely hammered them. I'm very, very pleased. I think the likelihood is that we will probably win this tie. I'd like to think that we're not going to go to Gibraltar and throw it away. I think we've been very, very good. If that game's anything to go by, we'll be fine. And we set a new gate receipts record. We have 4K we got from that. That's nuts. Finances are just absolutely soaring at the moment. You can tell that we're up to 28k. we've gained 37 grand already this season. You put the 69 grand on top of that for if we get through against in the second leg against Red Imps, and we'll be absolutely fine. What I'll do then is that will do for today's episode, because I think it's safe to say we're probably going to make it through against Lincoln Red Imps. What I'll do is I'll record it, and if something terrible happens, then we can go over it and we can see it. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure we're going to get through this game. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. And then I'll bring you back for the second qualifying round. Let's face it, that's what we have to do. We'll come up for the second qualifying round. Thank you so much for watching the start to Season 5. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then drop a like on the video. It won't hurt you, and it'll make me feel good, and that'll make you feel good, I'd like to think. And while you're there, share, subscribe, let me know what you think of my signings and where you think we're going to get to in the Euro Cup 2, and maybe our season in the comment section. And until I see you for the next episode of TYC, where hopefully we will be in the second qualifying round for the Euro Cup 2, stay cool. Come on, you Dragons.